This effort was to update the GI Bill for post 9/11 vets. So it does a few things. One is it eliminates the use it or lose it rule. You used to have to use your GI benefits within 15 years. We discovered a lot of people wanted to be parents and then thought later about going back to school, so this removes that limit. For Purple Heart recipients, it takes this 36-month limit for service. You have to be in for 36 months. We found that some Purple Heart recipients were not making the 36 months because they were injured on the field of battle, and then they wouldn't get their full GI benefits. We closed that loophole so that if you are injured in the field of battle, you've met the service requirements. And then we're trying to make sure that reservists who are called into duty get treated on par with the active duty people next to whom they fight.
And here in San Diego, there's a lot of interest in the proposed border wall.
A wall is just not the most cost-effective way to secure the border. I think any border policy should have security in it. But really what we should be focusing on is the trade that's coming across the gates. And you know, we know that 98% of the cargo that comes through from San Ysidro, for instance, is legitimate, is job creating. But there's that 1% that we need to apprehend. That's where we ought to be focusing, not on building some wall that's going to both destroy economy, destroy the environment, and waste a lot of resources. $20 billion for a wall is just not the way to spend our infrastructure money. We just don't have all the money in the world.
San Diegans on Sunday, hundreds came out for a vigil to support the victims of Charlottesville. Can you talk about what more can San Diegans do to fight against the hateful rhetoric that some people feel has become normalized?
I said to that crowd, 1,000 people, that the American democracy is an experiment. We call it the American experiment. The reason is because it's never finished. The fight for democracy, the fight for freedom, the fight for equality is ongoing. And things have gotten better, but we were reminded this weekend that there's still a lot of ugliness and racism and hatred out there. We have to stand up against it. And we have to turn the hearts of people, which we can't do with just anger. We have to do that with love. And I think that's what Martin Luther King told us. That's what Nelson Mandela told us. That's what Barack Obama has reminded us. And you know, we still have a lot of work to do. So I said, be present, be aware, be engaged, and be woke. We'll fight this battle at the ballot box, in the courtroom, person to person, in the news media, wherever we have to. But let's all react to it in the right way. And I think the president let us down, but a lot of elected officials, a lot of elected leaders across the country have expressed the appropriate outrage and objection to this.
And speaking of inclusiveness, there was a lot of outrage and concern and confusion about the president's announcement to ban transgender people from service. What's your reaction to that, and what's the likelihood that that would actually happen?
I can't think of anything more backward than telling America's patriots that you can't serve your country in battle because of your gender identity. That's just not the way we do things. We give those people those positions on merit and on their drive and determination. And we have a merit-based military, a volunteer military, and we should welcome those people, not reject them, if they're willing to serve.
What do you plan to tackle when you get back?
Well, I mean, we have to fight the bad stuff. I think that's, you know, clearly if they're going to bring us a tax reform proposal that's just about cutting taxes for people who don't need tax cuts, it won't stimulate the economy, we'll say no to that. But what I prefer to do, and I'm always open to do, and I've made I've outreached personally to my friends on the Republican side, is say, hey, if you want to work on this together, I think we can come to an agreement. And that's what I'll continue to do. Again, on the Veterans Bill, a huge success for updating the GI with the Forever GI Bill. We got a lot of work to do on health care, but on tax reform, for instance, there's a lot of agreement that we need to update the tax code to make American businesses and employees more competitive. Let's work together on that. That's my approach. It'll continue to be as long as I'm in Congress.
Thank you.
Thank you.